Well, I am super excited to be with you today and to have a very special guest, Pastor Leah Goggin, who is coming to be with us as our Director of Children's Ministry and to oversee our whole family ministry. And so we are blessed to have her. I'm really excited about her ministry and what she's going to bring to our family and to really have to walk in the road of Christ together, to be part of a team. I'm pumped about it. And so Leah, welcome. We're really glad that you have agreed to come and be a part of our family, and just want to take a few minutes to get to know you.
Thank you.
Super. So we're going to get into family a little bit later, but first question out of the gate. So tell us a little bit about when you first kind of came to follow Jesus. How did you start your relationship with God?
Yeah, I actually didn't grow up going to church, but in high school, I had this calling from God to find a church community. And I had no idea what that meant or what it would look like or how it would grow in the future. But I started just going to different churches in my area as a high schooler on my own. I was welcomed by some and not so much by others. I think they were not sure what to do with a high school student without their parents there.
Right.
But I found this smaller United Methodist church where they really, really welcomed me. And soon after I started going there, they had a communion Sunday, and someone intentionally invited me to the table. And so I went forward, and I didn't know what that experience would mean. But when I kneeled with those other folks by my side and I had the bread and the juice, there was just something in that moment. I knew that that was the community that God was calling me to. So then I got to go to Bible study. I got to join the youth group. And then from there, I just learned more and more about Jesus and eventually went to seminary, became a deacon. It's pretty crazy, but it all started at that church that welcomed me.
That's fantastic. And I love the story about the communion table. We actually were literally just talking in a staff meeting today about prevenient grace, that favor of God that goes before us even knowing God and knowing who God is. And you even had communion as staff today and talked about how communion can lead to salvation. It's a means of prevenient grace for some.
Right.
You're a living example of somebody who kind of came to the table. Not that we all have it figured out, but really was introduced to some of that grace. That's awesome. That's an amazing story. So there's much more to your story, and I look forward to hearing more and more. I want to hear more about how you felt called into ministry and decided to join and become a pastor in the United Methodist Church, and how that means to be a deacon and all that. So that's another conversation, but I can't wait and look forward to that with you. So tell us a little bit about children's ministry. As I said, I know you'll be overseeing kind of all of family ministry, kind of supervisory role for that. But children's ministry is a particular area that we're really looking for your help and guidance and leadership in. What would you say are some of the primary components of a vibrant children's ministry?
Yeah, I think a children's ministry that is growing in love with God is always going to be vibrant. So when we're finding ways to learn more about Jesus, when we're finding ways to learn more about what God is up to, when we're sensing the Spirit, and then we're like living that out in our life. So maybe we're doing mission, maybe we're reading the Bible together, maybe we're playing games, we're having fellowship, we're building community. All of those things go into our life, I think, of knowing God and knowing one another more deeply, and then serving the world through that.
Yeah, so it's got to be sometimes an interesting challenge with children. I know for me, the children's ministry of the church I grew up in was so powerful and really brought that authenticness to the faith and really set me up with my parents. So it was a partnership between my parents and the church to get me to a place where I really understood that. What do you find working with children? What's the joy of working with children for you?
Yeah, kids have this awesome ability to wonder about the Bible and to ask questions that are so authentic and real, where maybe adults kind of shy away and they're not sure they want to say the things out loud. Kids will just say it. And so I think that's the fun part, is kids can capture this way for us to look at faith, where adults, sometimes have gotten really serious about how we do and we learn and we think. And kids just have a little bit more imagination sometimes to maybe explore and to ask the questions.
Yeah, it's just, we read the stories as adults sometimes. So often we just kind of go, yeah, oh yeah, they ate bread in the wilderness, okay, yeah. But then the kids are like, they did what? They did what with what? They kind of like bring this great rereading through their eyes. So I resonate with that. And that's wonderful. So we're really eager for you to get here. Tell me, what do you have a sense of your top 1 or 2 priorities when you hit the ground and get going?
Yeah, I'm really excited to meet the families that are connected to the children's ministry and just meet folks at the church and through the preschools. I think building relationships is always, my number 1 priority. Yeah. And that's how we get to be a community. And that's how I'll learn about the history of the program and the church and just the things that we hold of value. And I think another top priority is just the Sunday school program and making sure that that's a really fun and exciting, vibrant place to be where we're learning about Jesus so that we feel really good about inviting other people also to come join us on Sunday mornings.
Great. That's awesome. Now you're married. I think I saw a picture of a beautiful little girl. Tell us about your family.
Yeah, I'm married to Peter. He is actually also a Methodist minister, and so that's been a great joy. We went to undergrad together at Louisiana State University, and then we did go to seminary together, Candler, part of Emory. And then we have a 2-year-old daughter, Scarlett, or he calls her Scarlett Ray, and she's great. She is learning new stuff every day. She's talking more and more, very, very active. And we have 2 dogs that we love that are our first kids. We've had them since we got married, so 10 and 11 years.
Oh my,
yeah, they're still around.
They're still hanging on, huh?
Yes, Scarlett loves them. So it's a fun, energetic household.
Lots of energy. We'll try to tone people down. You're moving into Gator country here, and so we'll try to pray for you. Right. Not that I'm a Gator fan, go Canes. Right. But last kind of twist question. Oh, when are you arriving? You're arriving when?
Yeah, right after Thanksgiving, so November 29th.
So you're moving through Thanksgiving. Thank you for that sacrifice, and we're excited. We know you've been already talking with people and meeting with people, and already in the thick of it. So that we appreciate that. And so something you have discovered as you're packing for moving that you didn't know you had.
Yeah, I mean, lots of stuff that we don't even need. Things that have been buried in the closet that we haven't seen for a little while.
It seems like every time I move, I find a box that I never quite unpacked from the last move. So time to go.
But it got hidden. Yeah. So you forget about it.
Yeah. Well, Leah, it's a real joy. I mean, to talk with you and look forward to you being in person and a part of the team. And we'll be praying for you and for Peter and Scarlett as you make this transition, and look forward to welcoming you with open arms.
Thank you so much.
All right. God bless and take care.